Esteemed professors, honorable doctors, and to those watching around the world, welcome to the University of Nicosia's 2022 White Coat Ceremony. Please join me in welcoming the students of the MBBS T Year and MD Year 4 cohorts. Good evening, everyone. My name is Christian Noel Haddad, President of the Medical School Student Society here at the University of Nicosia, and I'm honored to be here today. The White Coat Ceremony signifies a momentous achievement for medical students. Today we celebrate the transition from the theoretical to the clinical years of our degree. The white coats being presented today signify not only the years of hard work that we've put in to get here, but also our ethical obligations to the patients and communities we serve. Which is why I would like to take a moment to reflect on the past few years that we've shared together, where we've had the pleasure to call the University of Nicosia our home. From our world-class professors, instilling us with invaluable experience, to amazing weather, and of course, delicious souvlaki. What a wonderful opportunity we've enjoyed. What a UNIC experience. I think I can speak for all of us when I say how grateful I am to my fellow students and colleagues for making UNIC feel like home. Whether we were homesick or had absolutely no idea how we got ATP from glucose, we were always there to support each other. In the coming year, many of us will branch out across the world to complete our training and our mission of becoming doctors, readily equipped with the knowledge that we've acquired here at the University of Nicosia Medical School. On behalf of all of us here, I would like to sincerely thank our administration for their continuous support, the exceptional doctors that we've had the privilege to study under, and the UNIC community as a whole. Thank you and congratulations. At this time, I would like to invite our first speaker for the evening, Dr. Adonis Ioannidis, the Associate Dean for Academic Affairs and the MBBS Program Director. Welcome.
Thank you, Christian. We have some pieces of paper here, but it's very short, my intervention here and my address. So, colleagues, students, warm welcome to the 2022 White Coat Ceremony. And I was going to say a warm welcome to all your family and friends, of course, but there are none here. However, they are watching this, so do extend this welcome distant and online to all family and friends who may be watching this ceremony. It's very important for you and your family and friends and your supporters. Particularly, I'd like to thank the Medical School Student Society for inviting me to address this ceremony, but particularly for organizing this event over the years and really organizing it very successfully over the years to the point that it's become a firm fixture on the medical school calendar, and rightly so. So it's great to be able to see you today to mark this transition to your clinical component of training. I'm particularly delighted really to be able to be here after the 2 years of restrictions we have endured with the pandemic, perhaps as a long-awaited sign of return to some kind of normality. And I'm certain we are definitely on the way back to normality. And what to say about the past 2 years, the COVID years? What you, the students, have done and achieved over the past 2 years has been quite remarkable. You have faced all kinds, multiple challenges, and you've endured restrictions, and you have adapted successfully and effectively to a new learning landscape. And with COVID not vanquished, but controlled, and with the COVID fog clearing, you're emerging from all this with a renewed sense of pride and confidence in your role as the doctors of tomorrow. So the pandemic has reminded us all of why we wanted to be doctors and why you want to be doctors. Public health physicians working to control the spread of the virus. Colleagues in virology and immunology contributing to the development of new vaccines. Respiratory physicians working to support the patients that are most severely affected. These are, to name but a few examples of the multiple roles that medics have had in this global effort. And these examples reiterate the key role of doctors in society and the exciting and diverse options, career options that you have in medicine. You have very well done for successfully navigating the rigors of the academic program and reaching this stage of your training. You have been very well trained. I'm very glad to see a number of your mentors and tutors here this evening. And you have been well trained, and I'm sure you will give an excellent account of yourselves during the next 2 years, wherever you end up completing the program clinical training side, and that you will continue to represent your school in the best possible way. So once again, well done. I wish you every success, and I hope you enjoy the ceremony tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ioannidis. For our next speaker, I would like to invite Dr. Priscilla Nicolaou, the MD Program Director.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Good evening, everyone. It's such a great pleasure to be here, actually in person, to celebrate with you. And it is a shame that your friends and family cannot join us. But it doesn't make this any less special, especially because we haven't had a white coat ceremony for the past 2 years. The white coat ceremony has been established, of course, as an important means of celebrating the achievement of Year 4 students in the MD program and T-year students in the MBBS program. The ceremony this year, of course, is quite important because of the pandemic and the effect that it's had on all of us. So I would like to say to our students that you have really accomplished so much in your medical studies over the past few years. You have not only gained the knowledge and the skills that you need as you go on into your clinical studies, but you have also learned to adapt to unforeseen circumstances. Medical school can be challenging enough as it is, and the pandemic, of course, has made this even more challenging. But you have persevered, you have adapted. We have all worked together very hard during this time to make sure that you continue in your studies uninterrupted. So it's really a very big deal that we're all here tonight. During these difficult circumstances, in addition to learning in the clinical environment, in amphitheaters, in your PBL rooms, in your clinical skills labs, in anatomy, and so on, you have also become experts in the use of WebEx, Kahoot, breakout windows, and I have to say it, Proctorio. It's great to see also some of my colleagues here, primarily from the academic team. It's a shame not more of our administrative team members could be here because of the restrictions. But I would like to extend a big thanks to them as well, because they have supported you in your efforts to reach where you are, especially during this time. I know that many of you have been looking forward to going into the clinical years of your studies. You're sort of tired perhaps of some of the theory and you're ready to get on with it. And I'm confident that now you have all the skills and the knowledge that you need to succeed in your clinical years, wherever you might go. All of you will be all over the world, in Cyprus, in the UK, in Greece, in Switzerland, the States, and Israel. So I'm sure all of you will succeed wherever you go. Today, you also get your white coat. So we're very proud of you. It's great to be able to celebrate this achievement with you and your family and friends remotely. Well done and congratulations. Take care of yourselves, make the most of your last 2 years, and I'm looking forward to your graduation in 2 years' time.
Thank you, Dr. Nicolau. Now I'd like to invite Dr. Joseph, the MBBS T-Year Lead and Chair of Clinical Education.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. I have a piece of paper to remind me not to make any jokes about other specialties. It's very, very happy to see you all here again, colleagues and students. And as my colleagues have said before, I was looking forward to saying welcome to your families. I didn't have a clue that they wouldn't be here, but hello online to them all. And it's a pity you can't be here to see live where your money has been going. But it's a pleasure to have you all here anyway. So welcome to everyone. I'm representing the MBBS T-Year Lead today, but of course I'm very happy and proud for all of you from both courses that you're moving on to your more clinical years. And you should be proud. And you should be proud because you've had a couple, and I apologize again to my MD friends. It goes for all of you. Just multiply the years by 2. You've had a tough couple of years then, the MBBS cohort. It's a tough course, and it's a very useful course because it does equip you very well for where you are going to go next. You'll see as you move on. And I want to say that whether they are here or not, even people who have an obstacle after these exam results, even people who might need to retake something or repeat something, they should also be very proud because they've got to a time in their career, and if they look far away ahead, they'll get there. These obstacles do happen. You should be just as proud that you've done these first years and you've got to where you are. So we've had a gap of a couple of years of not having our white coat ceremony. It's been a great shame to not be able to make a joke about Dr. Banos and Dr. Evis. We missed that, but we're getting there. It's a shame that Dr. Evis is speaking after me, but I will try to be gentle. So we have a tradition at this white coat ceremony. We have the tradition of making some jokes about certain other specialties and giving you advice on where you go on. The jokes I've decided we can't have. Many colleagues have said, even my daughter was shocked today. I picked her up from school and I said, do you want to come to the white coat ceremony? Because I didn't know that families were not going to be here. And I said, I often make a joke. And she said, you can't do that. You can't do that joke. So I think we mustn't make that joke anymore. In particular, the specialty that I tend to joke about, they wouldn't understand the joke anyway, so no jokes. So we move to the advice. You're going to more clinical training for the rest of your time. We tell you all the time, no apologies for telling you again. First piece of advice, see lots and lots and lots of patients. See lots of them, okay? Talk to them. Spend time with them, learn from them, examine them if they want, don't examine them if they don't want, learn from them. So seeing lots of patients is what really makes a difference to clinicians, even your older tutors, your very old tutors, maybe members of your family who are doctors or well-known doctors or very experienced doctors. The thing that makes a massive difference is having seen hundreds and thousands of patients. So make sure you see lots and lots in your next years. As usual, I'm going to ask you to please make sure you are where you're meant to be, when you are meant to be there. It's very nice to be where you have to be. And it gets you into practice for having to be in places when you are a doctor. Because you often have to be places and you might not feel like it. You might not feel well, you might not, whatever. We have to be there. It's a tough thing. So get into practice. Don't pick and choose next year and say, well, this is more useful than that, and I'm not going to go to this, and I'm okay if I calculate I only miss that. Just be where you're meant to be. And you'll see how sometimes things come and you learn when you didn't expect it, and things come and find you. Look after yourselves is the third bit of advice in all respects. Do the things you like doing. Don't make sure that you don't just get buried in working and getting tired and exhausting yourselves. And as I said about anyone who may have had an obstacle up till now, look at the greater picture. Realize any obstacles that may come next year or the year after, that you're looking much further ahead and that you'll get there. It's almost never that you don't get where you're planning to get to. So keep the effort up. So to finish, I'd like a special mention and a special congratulations. The special mention, as people before, is to our administration staff. I think they deserve a big round of applause from you. Because honestly, you may not feel it sometimes when you say, where is the lecture? It's not on Canvas. You know, can we get it on there immediately, please? You don't realize how they're working non-stop. And it's not just their job. They really get into it. I sometimes wonder how they can be so proud of what they do and non-stop under pressure work. And the special congratulations, I'm very happy to say, for our MBBS cohort, which reflects on everyone and reflects on every department and every tutor and every teacher. In our exams this year, in your T-year exams, you've done just the same as the UK in your OSCEs, and you have done particularly better in the written. Okay? And it's no secret, I checked with all sorts of official bodies if I was allowed to tell you this, and apparently I am. But I am very, very proud of you. And I think it's an amazing thing to think about it. It's a big difference. No one can say anything about a written exam. Well done. So, congratulations, keep it up. Well done to coming to this point. Enjoy the rest of the time, and hello and welcome to all your family and friends and loved ones that are watching.
Thank you, Dr. Joseph. I'd now like to invite Dr. Evis Bagdadis, the MD Year Lead.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this year's White Coat Ceremony. Good afternoon, wherever in the world you may be watching. Thank you to the previous speakers. You know, Dr. Joseph's daughter has the biggest collection of dad jokes in the world. I mean, maybe you can email her later for some advice. You know, we've all missed these occasions, as everybody else said, and it has impacted your life as students, especially those of you who've only been here for 2 years. It also impacted on your social experience. In fact, I'm very happy to see your faces at last. I mean, I know your eyes, but it's nice to see you all in the flesh, as it were. It really makes a difference to be back to almost normal circumstances. And, you know, as Adonis and everybody else said, you've emerged from this maybe stronger. You've done well in your exams, both written and clinical, and you've proven that you have been able to cope with adversity and get through all this and be here in this theater today, ready to be unleashed onto your next destinations. We were worried for a while, you know, in some of our meetings that students were becoming very keen to do everything online and be away from it. I mean, you know, we're like bus drivers, we cannot work from home, okay? So you have to be on the sites and learn talking to patients and touching patients, hopefully in the next few years. And despite all this adversity, we are, as the whole world is experiencing now, having more trouble. I mean, we are at war. I mean, it's just not just Ukraine that is at war. Democracy is at war. The economy is at war. We have to really think of what people in the war zones are experiencing at the moment. It's very difficult to actually understand. We're just feeling the economic part of it. And we cannot really fathom the human suffering and the difficulties that our colleagues in the health profession are facing every day in Ukraine. And we have to stand by them, hoping that common sense and peace will prevail so that we can all get on with our lives and service that we are, here to do. So back to today. This is quite a funny situation because I see this as the gathering before the scattering. As everybody said, you've come from so many countries, from all continents, to this very small land in this small university that is very proud to have you. And now you're going out to even more places. This is a very international school, and we're very proud of this and very proud of you. We're very impressed how you've all blended in this multicultural environment. You have certainly enriched our experience, and hopefully you have built and forged friendships that will serve you for the rest of your life and career. As Joseph said, he's given you a lot of advice on how to learn, but he's also told you that you need to look after yourselves. You need to have a good rest during your holidays, as the clinical years have shorter breaks. And this is a great opportunity to see your family, your friends, your loved ones. Your friends will be asking you advice, how to lead a healthy lifestyle. You can tell them from your experience that it consists of a few hours of sleep, souvlaki, halloumi, and 5 to 6 cups of coffee a day to manage to get through. And these are just some of the sacrifices you've already been through and will have to go through again. In the future, as I said, allow time for yourselves and your loved ones. Tailor a lifestyle that, apart from learning, includes activities that make you happy and fulfilled. The medical school and the training posts will do their bit. They'll give you free hallucinogens in the form of fatigue and long hours. You have to provide yourself with the entertainment beyond that. We're giving you tools in these schools that will carve a career in a science that is a true service to humanity. In the future, wherever you go, you're representing everyone around you, your mates, your school, the people who trained you, us, the faculty, the administrators, everybody. As I said already, we're very proud of what you have achieved, and we're expecting even greater things in years to come. Our aim, as I said, is to give you the necessary tools to practice medicine safely and to proper standards. Beyond that, excellence needs hard work, and it comes from talent and dedication. And from now on, build your abilities and add to your attributes so that you will not just pass finals, but be fully equipped to shine beyond that. We will keep you in our hearts and wish you every personal and professional success. So may the force be with you always and wherever you go. And remember that you're not this far just to come this far. Go beyond and shine. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Baghdadis. I'd now like to invite the MBBS T-Year representatives, Ma'moon Arda and Reem Matar.
Good afternoon, fellow classmates, professors, and honored guests joining us online from all around the world. Where do I start? What a journey. The last 2 years have been far from easy. We have encountered lots of challenges and hardships, from countless sleepless nights, isolation, getting COVID, to losing our loved ones. But nevertheless, we managed to pull through. Reflecting back on the last 2 years, it was through our experiences together and how far we have come that has left a significant imprint in my journey. Our cohort exemplified so many traits, but I will focus on the four most distinct. 1, empathy. Be empathetic, one of the first statements we heard in CS year. But we weren't able to truly comprehend the true meaning of empathy until we started to feel for what our patients were going through. Certain nights, we felt sad, distraught, and helpless. It was a heartbreaking, yet life-changing experience. 2, humility. We were pushed to the edge, challenged on our beliefs and values, and questioned on our knowledge. All this made us realize that we have yet a lot to learn. 3, teamwork. I'm gonna take a moment here and pause to say how lucky I am to be part of this cohort. Whether it was sharing our notes, explaining foreign concepts to each other, going to our PBL sessions together, or pushing each other to be the best cohort, we continued to work together. And through these experiences, we embodied the quote, "If you want to go fast, then go alone. If you want to go far, then go together." 4, joy. We celebrated each other's successes as if they were our own. We took pride in them, and most importantly, we stand together today, receiving our coats and celebrating yet another important achievement in our journey. Every time we wear this white coat, it'll be a beautiful reminder, not only of all the traits we have acquired along the way, but also the excitement of the growing that awaits us. I hope that as we evolve and grow, we will continue to add on to these traits in hopes of shaping us to become the best version of ourselves. My fellow classmates, your impact has been beyond measurable, but I cannot end this speech without recognizing the impact our professors have made. To our professors, we thank you. It is not only that I saw these traits in our cohort, but it was through you that I could appreciate the significance of carrying them, not merely as physicians to be, but as humans first. Before I hand it over to my colleague Ma'moon, I want to say that in life, it's so important to take the opportunity every now and then to celebrate one's accomplishments. As humans, we tend to hold ourselves to higher expectations than we hold others. We tend to overlook accomplishments because we get too caught up in what we weren't able to achieve. So I urge each and every one of you tonight to take a moment and really commend yourself on how far you've come and how much you have grown. I hope you are as excited as I am in starting this next chapter, and I wish you all a wonderful journey ahead. Congratulations. Thank you.
And with every journey, there are multiple breakthroughs. One of them is today. It's such a meaningful and rich experience for all of us to be sharing this day, to celebrate our transition into the clinical years. Today is a winning moment for all of us. And by all of us, I mean both the MBBS and the ND cohorts, and every single person who played an active role in optimizing our clinical education during a difficult and unpredictable pandemic. That's teamwork right there, and that's actually trait number 3 that Reem mentioned. So let us take a moment and express our gratitude for this day, as well as our appreciation for the entire UNIC staff. I stand here before you as a friend who just wants to share a few lessons that I've acquired throughout the years that have really shifted my life, and I really, really hope that they add value to you. The first lesson, whoops, no worries. The first lesson that I learned was a book by Mark Manson. Whenever you want to achieve something, ask yourself, what am I willing to struggle for? See, that's humility, and that's trait number 2. If you fall in love with the struggle and you fall in love with the effort, you are acknowledging that you have a lot of work to do. And in our case, all of us here are willing to study countless hours every single day and go through many years and years of training, and that will get us to become great doctors. And during that struggle, we should always remember to treat ourselves as we treat our loved ones. And that's the second lesson that I learned from a book by Dr. Jordan Peterson. So be empathetic, which is trait number 1, but be empathetic towards yourself. At the end of the day, you are the person who you are going to be spending every second of every single day with. So your relationship with yourself should be your priority. And the final lesson that I wanted to share with you today, which is probably the most important lesson I've ever learned in my entire life, is that it's in your own mind that you create the meaning out of every experience. So joy, which is trait number 4, comes from your mind. In other words, as the great Wim Hof once said and always says, it's all in the mind. So please,
Let's go, class of 2024.
please repeat after me, it's all in the mind.
Hey!
Thank you, congratulations.
Congratulations!
Ma'moon, Reem, thank you both for that very impactful speech. Next, I'd like to invite a classmate of mine and the MD4 representative, Kyle Alexander.
Good evening, everyone. I'd first like to start off by thanking Christian, the MSSS, and the Student Service Centre for just putting on an amazing ceremony. We are very lucky to have you as advocates for the student body. I'm sure this will be the last time I'll be addressing you in this fashion. We've been together for 4 years now, and soon it'll be time to begin the next part of our chapter in our journeys. It started in September 2018, where we were all lining up just outside UNESCO with much anticipation of what the next few years brought for us. I remember very well all queuing up to get our pictures taken for our student ID. These are the same pictures that we have on our student ID today. We didn't update them. And then we had to stand up in front of everybody and introduce ourselves. And I can remember thinking, what an interesting and amazing group of people I get to share the next 6 years of my life with. And here we are today, a little bit wiser, but many steps closer towards achieving our dreams. Where we are today would not have been possible without the support and encouragement of those around us, whether it be our professors, some of whom are here with us tonight. Your passion and your teaching has inspired us to be the students we are today and the doctors we will be in the future. So thank you. The administrators who work tirelessly to ensure everything runs smoothly. Professor Sula Nicolaou, our program director, who so effortlessly orchestrates everything and is always there to give her time for the students. Thank you. And last but not least, the Dean of the Medical School, Andreas Karalambous, whose vision for this medical school has led to the creation of many great doctors and many more to come. On a personal level, I want to thank the students, because it's you who've made these last 4 years so special. It's never been easy, hasn't always been easy. We've had ups and downs, but we held together, and our support for one another has helped us to get through it. Never in my life have I ever met such a passionate, ambitious, and caring group of people. And it's been the honor to be your representative for the past 4 years and also to work alongside all of you. It's now time to leave this part of our journey behind and take the next steps into a bright future ahead, whether it be to Greece, the United Kingdom, Cyprus, or Switzerland. We will always be connected by the memories of the years of what we had here. Together, we are reaching our destination. Congratulations, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Kyle, for those heartfelt words. And also thank you for all the work that you've put in for our class for the past 4 years. Now I'd like to proceed with the coding of the students. If I could invite Dr. Panos Economou to the stage. We will begin with the MBBS cohort, and if the first row could please stand up. Ma'moon Adra. Theodora Doran Assis. Solomon Awobem. Hamrit Baidwan. Victoria Zelmira Basket. Louisa Beatson. Ahmed Diab. Joel Al-Awar. Noor Ghazal. Joe Al-Haddad. Mariana Kleifeld. Thank you very much, Dr. Panos. First row, please be seated. I'd now like to invite Dr. Joseph to hand out the white coats. If the second row can please rise. Yochai Geva. Sam Hong. Vasilios Karantonis. Bilal Zafar Khan. Bryce Leatherman. Rania Mansoor. Reem Hekmat Matar. Shahid Niangal. Lucinda Meldrum Milsom. Rina Mohan. Hayato Nakanishi. Thank you, Dr. Joseph. If the second row can please be seated. I'd now like to invite Dr. Stella Luizu to the stage. And if the third row could please stand. Timothy Oluwaremi. Adina Maria Pantia. Elena Catherine Paradalis. Smriti Pralapalli. Bara Saad. Karen Smaira. Christian Khan. Brian Gilbert Vin. Maria Yazbek. Ray Anis Zaidan. Thank you very much. Now, for the MD cohort. I'd like to invite Dr. George Athanasiou to the stage. If the first row of the MD cohort could please stand up. Salman Farhan Abbas. Oluwadamiliola Adegbite. Toluwanimi Opemipasi Adenuga. Shireen Aful. Aktham Munder Akrush. Iman Bader Nasser Al-Musafli. Kyle Alexander. Shireen Ali. Al Mundir. Valeria Antonio. Manpreet Basi. Electra Christodoulaki. Thank you very much, Doctor. I'd now like to invite Dr. Chloe Antonio to the stage. And I'd invite the second row of the MDs to stand up. Miria Constantinu. Miria Dimitriou. Stefanos Dimitriou. Dimitra Dimaki. Anastasia Divanidou. Genesee Emile Inyan. Sara Fatima. Maria Gorgio. Eleni Hacı Karalambos. James Christopher Hubbard. Saif Ibrahim. Adama Idris. Thank you very much, Dr. Antonio. The second row could please be seated. I'd now like to invite Dr. Katarina Procopio. And for the third row of the MD students to please stand. Sonia Kafkalia. Alex Camugaros. Daniel Tane Kankam Rush. Ifigenia Kokofiti. Marios Politsopoulos Maridakis. Marie Noel Patapa. Christia Eli Kiriakou. Christina Lee. Nicoleta Mandila. Ivy Mensak. Elpida Muzura. Hanna Mukarkar. Thank you very much, Doctor. I would invite you to be seated, but you are already. If the fourth row could please stand, I'd like to invite Dr. Fotos Haji Georgiou to the stage. Tisalile Mutale. Andreas Papadimitriou. Rafaela Papericlus. Lean Person. Lilith Sahagan. Dimitra Stefano. Daniel Taylor. Eleni Tavala. Irini Tilivaku. Lily Frances Stocking Willett. Martina Henrietta Wolheim. Sayeda Afreen Zainab Zahidi. Harisa Zarabi Majd. Now for the one name I know I'm going to get right. Christian Noel Haddad. Thank you very much for attending. Congratulations.